It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts under the lights on Monday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts throwing right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be brought down at the 27. That'll go as a pickup of 8. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for this sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, 26 yards. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game, then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Off the option, here's Taylor. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Downs going in motion right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Taylor. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
46 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Taylor.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor.
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Colts are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Throwing is Hurts.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 3.
Barkley, inside handoff. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
They'll look to throw here.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but now any run after it.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7.
That is caught.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts.
And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Second down and 4. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
First and 10, Taylor now. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Richardson. Got his man. It's Warren. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Now that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a second and 6. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Richardson looking to throw. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Now the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Back to throw.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. Out to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the first down sack.
Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back to throw now on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
2nd and a couple.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this.
He finds his man complete. That's Warren. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now it's Richardson. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now 2nd and 3. And Richardson looks to throw once more.
Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Now Richardson. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. That's Warren. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
A final shot before the half. Richardson.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And this one is right through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
So the completion good for just 3, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
A good pickup there at 22.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Anthony Richardson
With his second touchdown of the night.
And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Point after here coming up. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that, getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Throwing is Hurts. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go.
Hurts.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here's Hurts to throw.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line.
The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. Do you think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. Richardson to throw off play action. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
82 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Over the middle, complete. It's Pierce. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Richardson. Got his man. It's Warren.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the option left, Richardson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Richardson looking to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He'll buy some time right.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action.
Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The offense on third down tonight, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's Richardson throwing to start the drive.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
11 yards for number 11.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Or they run the option on second down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escapes the sack. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This is 2nd and 8.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Back to throw. Richardson. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
He finds his man complete. It's Warren. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Richardson.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to the air with Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
2nd and 6.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Richardson looking to throw it.
And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll try and run the option.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Anthony Richardson.
A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Colts are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 72 yards.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Richardson.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
They'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.